Come here, buddy. Oh, come on. Hi, Ezra. How you doing? Glad you came. Jim Steele, hello. How you doing? Glad you're here. I got to jet over to yeah, I'm afraid of this. This is not working. I got it running on YouTube too, and it's Coin Treasure Hunter. Hello, how you doing? Get the beef out. How you doing? Yeah. Okay, hang on. Oh, come on. Man, this computer does not like doing StreamYard and YouTube at the same time. But we'll let that run. Dave, how you doing? Jim, digging up Carolinas, right in Humboldt County. Charlie, how y'all doing? Wow. A lot of people coming in quick tonight. Joel, Drum Detect, how you doing? Somebody said your name and I didn't see it, and all of a sudden you just popped up. Man, it's been thunderstorms here today. Anybody have good enough weather to go out and get any detecting done? Now, somebody must have, like Charlie. Well, of course, it could be raining in Florida, so. Starry, how you doing? Wow. John, Finders Keepers. For those who don't know John over Finders Keepers, head over and check out his channel. Mark the Berg Hunter. Yeah, I see the hunter didn't have a stream tonight. I put it in my thing and put it out there that he was going to. Oops. Long day at work. Oh, sorry, Charlie. Bummer. That sucks. Well, at least you got some clad, not just all pull tabs and bottle caps, Ezra. Those are the days I hated when you find some crusty zinc pennies were the only coins you found, and the old rusted round nails and pull tabs, and bottle caps, and crap. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Long day. Nick Haas, how you doing, Nick? Oh, Tom Riley, how you doing? Welcome. Glad everybody's here tonight. Hopefully Rob will show up. We can do a duck race. do kind of a different giveaway. Now that I basically got my 3D printer dialed in the way I want, figure we do a duck race and then give away one or two things, or maybe both, but a 67 Kennedy 40%er. And then for those who have a channel name that I could do it, make you a few key rings. Been carrying park rats around for a week in my pocket and it ain't broke yet, so it's good to go. I thought somebody might like their channel name. Hi, Marty. Channel name made into a keychain or a few for a giveaway. Hello, Danny. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Ezra. Yeah, there's quite a few in here. But, I know the 100 GT didn't have a ring tonight or a stream tonight, so maybe I should have went on early. I don't know. Mary Pettyfur, how you doing? Glad you could figure out the time because I couldn't. I couldn't remember where you said you were at. I know in the UK, but oh, Jim, ain't gonna happen. In fact, I saw a thing from one of my favorite authors, Robert Heinlein, today that I'd forgotten all about. A quote he made one time saying, "Women and cats will do what they like. Men and dogs should just relax and get used to the idea." Oh yeah, Nick. Yeah, I've had thunderstorms and showers all day. Been hitting hard. Frederick Romano, how you doing? Glad you're here. Yeah, the weather's been terrible here today, and yet the forecast wasn't supposed to be that bad. So they lied. Now that's 1:03 in the morning or afternoon. Oh yeah, excuse me. One of them days. I've said before, if you like storytelling and artwork, Mary Pettyfur has a great channel. She could use some more subs. Plus, she puts some old clips from English TV shows on her channel that are just great. Go back and remember. Humboldt County, you leaving? Oh, whoa. Sorry, man. Hope he's okay. Wow. Snap it to a Slim. Cynthia, glad you're here. Yeah, I'm putting together. I should hopefully have a new shout out video out Friday. And the actual footage will be better because I have screen capture software now, people, so I don't have to do it with my camera. Yeah, Humboldt, prayers for your friend. I've lost too many friends to motorcycle accidents over the years. First one when I was 21 years old. Excuse me. Dang. Yeah, if you aren't subscribed to Digging Up the Carolinas, get over there and give him a sub. Also, get over to Just Be Cool Metal Detecting and give him a sub. Hi, Squirrel. Squirrel could use some more subs. Yeah. Matt, how you doing? And congrats on your white whale, Matt. I don't know if you saw me coming yet, but that was great. So, yeah, John, I know what you mean. My best friend was killed. I don't know what he was thinking. Tim never rode a motorcycle in his life, and when he turned 21, he bought a Harley. And I told him try something smaller to start with, and he didn't do it. And of course, he had to get a chopper with a gooseneck and a 20-inch over front end. Well, he hit some gravel in a tight turn, went down, let go of the bike. If he would have hung on to it, he would have bounced off a guardrail. Instead, he rolled face first into a Honda car. He was dead 2 hours later, left behind a wife and 2 kids. Blackbird, how you doing? Glad you're here. Well, thank you, Mary, but it's unfortunately that's life. And I saw a quote in a movie one time that made a lot of sense to me. Death isn't about the people who died; it's about us poor bastards that got to deal with the loss afterwards. So before the prom, yeah. Huh. Didn't lose anybody on my prom night, but my brother, the king and queen of the prom, um, died on prom night. Yeah, Joel, that's how they died. They were in a convertible NG, and it was dark, and they were drunk, and they drove under a semi. So, Mary, Jim's asking where you're from. I know it's in the UK, but I can't remember. We're in England, but I can't remember the name of the town that you told me. So, yeah, Matt, if you start out with them young, and actually, I started out dirt riding first, then switched to street. That's the best way to do it. And then, but in this day and age, with there's just so many people on the highways. Uh, Dorset. Okay. Yeah, I've been to England through London and a little town south. I've never made it to my ancestral home, which is Cornwall. All my family came over from Cornwall, both sides, mother and father's family. They were all miners over there. And when the mines shut down, they came to America to work coal and gold mines. I've seen pictures of Cornwall, and it's so beautiful. And I just one of these days before I die, I want to make it over there and see it. Oh, sorry, Tom. Damn. You're right, Cynthia. Old bones don't heal so quickly. Yeah, it is, Mary. Like I said, I've only seen pictures, but it is beautiful there. And someday I hope to make it there just to see. I mean, I know where my family moved to when they first came over here, and it's a far cry from what Cornwall looks like, that's for sure. My grandfather died of black lung. My grandfather on my mother's side was 30 years, or on my father's side was 30 years old when he died of black lung in the mines and coal mines in Utah. That was back in the day when the only thing they threw over their mouth and nose was a handkerchief. Other side of the boat, welcome. Yeah, you made it. What's the matter, buddy? Hey, you okay? Oh, I love pasties and scones. Yeah, Mary. The town I'm from in California, they have a 150-year tradition of Cornish carolers singing at Christmas time. They used to do it over the radio through the 30s, 40s, and 50s. They still do it every Christmas for 2 weeks. And they're all descendants of Cornish miners from Cornwall. Exactly, Mark. When we were 18, we'd fall down and get right back up. When we were 30, we'd fall down and take maybe 15, 20 minutes sometimes, depending how bad. Once you get past 40, you lay there for a few hours going, do I move or not? Oh, thank you, Mary. But, yeah, what is it? I just watched a movie, Fisherman's Friend, about a group of fishermen singing sea shanties. They put out an album 12 years ago that were from Cornwall. Great movie. And I listened to their album. They're great. But then I love sea shanties and that kind of music. So, yeah, once you hit 60, you just stay there. Yep. Johnny Longpepper. Johnny. Here's Johnny. Nathan, how you doing, brother? Glad to have you here. Oops. 19 in the house. Thank you so much. Starry, great to see you. What a great group of people. Gene, welcome. How you doing? Bummer, I just missed. I guess I got off the internet. Just your stream started last night. But I understand. I mean, St. Croix and Tennessee must be cousins because we both seem to have a lot of internet and power outage issues. Whoa, great, Mark. A 1907 Barber. Oh, really, Mary? That's great. I mean, I just love them. I love sea shanties. Oh, Dan's leaving? Night, Dan. Anybody wants to come up? Let me put this back in here again. like I said, hopefully Rob will be here, and I'm pretty sure he will, but not positive. And we'll do a duck race, and in the duck race, I'll make a couple of key rings of somebody's channel if I'm able to, and send them to him. So he drove and detected me. Dog is my co-pilot. That would be a hard one. I could probably do it. Yeah, that's what I did too, Marty. I went back and caught it. Oh, Gene's coming up.
Hey, Bill. Hey, everybody.
How you doing, Gene?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I was actually.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ask you tonight, Bill. Next week we're wanting to do a live because it's our 2-year anniversary, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what you or anybody else thought would be the best time for that. I know there's just a lot going on already on Tuesday nights. We're looking to maybe do about a 30-minute live.
30-minute live. Oh, man, let's see.
The
Deej is
problem-
on at 4:30. 4:30.
Yep.
I know that. 4:30 Eastern, or 5:30 her time Eastern. The 100 GT is on at 5 p.m. West Coast, which makes it 8 p.m. East Coast.
Yeah.
So, and then mine's on right after his. But let's see. So sometimes between DJs and the Hunters, yeah, it's just tonight would have been a great night because he didn't do a stream tonight for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie. I just saw him say hi. Good to see you again, Charlie. Yeah, I was saying hi to everybody before I came in, so just hello again to everybody in the chat. If we need to move it and it not be on the 29th, I guess we could. The problem is, Gene.
No matter what night you do it in, you're gonna, mix it up with somebody else's stream. There's so many of them now.
Yeah.
Except for Sunday seems to be the one in the afternoon from like 3 to about 6 or 7. Nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
Or
we may try to.
One night I backed mine up for an hour so somebody else could do their. Oh, KCMD was coming on and didn't realize I was doing a show, so I just told everybody from my stream, let's go to his, do his, and we'll come to mine. So we could even do that. I don't care.
Cole wants to say hello.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. And you?
Good, thank you.
You see his coffee cup?
No, I didn't see what's on it.
Watch when he holds it up.
We dig it.
It's a we dig a cup.
Yeah, man. If you want it, Bill, if you think that would be okay, you like to us do it at 9 and just do 9 to 9:30.
Sure.
Okay. The problem with us trying to do it earlier is right after school we have basketball games on Tuesdays, and so right now, we're not back until when Hunter GT would be doing his. So maybe 9 o'clock would work well. Cole, they're saying hi to you in the chat.
You hear that, everybody? Next week they'll be doing their stream at 9, and whenever it ends, mine will start.
Okay.
That's fine with me. Got no problem with it.
If that's fine with you, then that's what we'll do. It'll be our 1,000 sub giveaway and our 2-year party anniversary kind of a thing. So.
Oh man,
cool.
I wish I would have found out sooner. I could have made you up some We Dig It chain rings to send out to people.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll talk to you about doing some of that stuff in the future too. I know you're still kind of getting started up with that. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
How's
Charlie,
your new computer running with it?
I'll get hold of you, Charlie, and we'll talk. Because I could do dig it back would be an easy one. Digging it back would be an easy keychain. Make it like we dig it. So, and I did that one. I did a. This was just a proto clean it up at Florida Thunder.
Oh yeah,
FL Thunder.
That's nice. Mary, that's no problem. His name is Cole. He is 10. He's my 10-year-old. I have a 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, and Gene just turned 17 the other day. So.
Oh wow! You make me feel. My youngest is 41.
Oh my!
I have great grandchildren. So.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Oh. Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Well, we went out. Yesterday was kind of a big time Monday for us. We just had trouble getting our video shared off of the program onto the laptop where I could upload it to YouTube. It was, just giving us all kinds of trouble. Finally got that process finished today. So we may upload that tomorrow and just have kind of a one that just doesn't premiere. It's just there. But then, of course, we go to do a live, and then the problem must have been with the computer because I had to restart my computer. Every time we would go into the live that I set up earlier, it would say, hey, you've got to have permission. You've got to give us permission. You got to go into your settings. So we go into the settings and, there was nothing blocking it. So restarted the computer and then was able to get in. And then we only had like 7 minutes left of our Monday Digs spot. So it was a little bit frustrating last night, but everything worked out.
Yeah, I watched it today, and excuse me, that was really good. Okay, guys, everybody's saying they'd like keychains. Go to my channel page, and about is my email. Email me with how many you want, what you want, and I'll get back to you on price and stuff, guys.
Hello, Lou. I see Indiana Tones just said hello to everybody.
Oh, hi, Lou. Yeah, how you doing? So I figured that's one thing is, because I was given one from a channel keychain, but the way it's made, it was so small it broke the very next day. And you really, it's nice to see a coil. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And just the name right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I thought, and I'm going to get, so I can fill in with different colors, and they make a 3D pen. So you can do artwork. So
yeah, that's really
instead
cool.
of setting up two printers where I print part of it and switch over to another color, I just fill it in with a pen. So I could have, blue and white, green and gold, whatever.
That's cool. That's cool. I saw Marty was asking how Gene is enjoying Larry Legend. He is not having the same problem that other people are having. I see several people kind of posting that it's very chattery on the beach. And that's really the main reason he wanted a multi-frequency machine is because of the salt water. And he's able to, get in the water, detect the wet beach, the wet sand, and it's done well for him. So he likes it. He's really enjoyed it. Now we've only had it to the beach twice. But yeah, he's done well with it both times. He found a weedy the last time we were there. So he's really enjoyed it.
I think one thing and problem is now, of course, being next to the ocean, all the water and sand has salt in it. But
Yep.
A lot of places has black iron in it. And I imagine you don't have much black iron down there.
Not a whole lot, no.
Yeah, so that's probably what's making them chatter in other places. I know that was their big thing about the problem with the iron interference on it until they get the upgrade done. So
Gotcha.
I'll bet that's what it is. Or the beach that has a lot of black sand in it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we just don't have a whole lot of black sand. There are a couple beaches that have it where there's a shipwreck offshore, but not a whole lot of beaches have that black sand. I see a lot of people talk about the black sand, but we don't ever see a whole lot of it.
Yeah. Because I know that's what my next detector. I want to get the Legend. Just for the price.
I don't know how Noctamacro does it, but for the price, the machine they put together for the price, it's a fantastic bargain. And not just that, I mean, the Simplex, I mean, what you get with that machine for the price, it's nobody can come close. You know, some of the other companies that have the same level of machine, and you know, it's double the price. It's just it's amazing what they do. I don't know how they do it.
Pro Pack with external battery and 2 coils, $765. That's a no-brainer. I mean, it's like.
Yep. We didn't go with the Pro Pack just because, you know, we didn't see the need for it right away. I can't imagine detecting long enough to wear one battery entirely out. Your arm would have to fall off first, I think. But we just went ahead and did just a regular, you know, whatever it is, 5 something or something like that
as
for
in
it.
comparison to like the Knox 800 Pro Pack.
Yep.
I mean, just the Knox 800 by itself now is over $1,000. So it's like, it's a no-brainer for, you know.
Yeah. I bought the Knox 600. My family got it for me last summer, and they were doing a promotion. It was less, you know, it was on a sale, and it came with the wireless headphones at that time. And, you know, I was like, well, it's a fantastic deal. And then now the price has gone up so much because of the way everything's going. And it's turned out to be a really good deal. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like there for a while, a couple of years back, they had the 600 with the small coil free thrown in. That was a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But now they've even raised up the price quite a bit on the 600. So.
Yep. Speaking of the price of detectors, I mean, again, just my thoughts of what I see. I don't have one in my hands, but I can't imagine paying for a Deus 2 from what I've seen from it. I know a lot of guys are talking about it's just as good as the Knox, but if it's $1,700, it better be more than just as good.
Better, a lot better. Yeah.
Better be a lot better.
I understand if you're into relic hunting, it's the machine. Hi, Marlon. How you doing?
Marlon.
So, but yeah, for the relic hunters, excuse me, apparently that XP2 will go deeper than anything else for relics. Well, that's fine, but if you're not into just relic hunting, why pay 17? I mean, unless you've got physical difficulties, because I know it's a super lightweight machine and very ergonomic. Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sure it's a quality machine, but again, just that price is just wow.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the Knox. And like I said, I just have the 600. I don't have it where it has the gold mode on it or anything, but you know, I'm not in an area where we have gold nuggets and that kind of thing. So I like the 600. It's good.
Mark the Bird Hunter says for $1,700, it better make me breakfast the morning after using it.
Yeah, no doubt, Mark.
And Cynthia says that it better wash dishes too.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, the only way I can see even paying for something like that is if you're doing it like an actual TV show, you know, like Oak Island. Yeah, then you're going to want the state of the art. People can see it on your show, you know. But other than that, I just, you know.
It's kind of kind of funny. I was, you know, I watched that show, you know, several years ago whenever it was first starting, and I remember them saying on that show, you know, Gary saying he had his CTX 3030. And so I was like, what is that? You know, so I went on and looked it up. And when I saw the price tag of that machine, I was like, oh, I could never metal detect. That thing is crazy expensive.
Yeah. And you know, it's heavy. It wears your arm out.
Yep.
But like they said, you know, a lot of guys that have Knoxes going, well, it's no better than Knox. And that's not true. Hi, Rocky Mountain. Hi, Rob. You got to set it up. Whereas the Knox is more turn on and go. The CTX is not. So
that's what I love it too, where you can just turn on and you can adjust, you know, the Knox, you can adjust it as much as you want to, but you can also just turn that power button on and go out and find stuff. It's great. I love the ease of it. It was really intimidating to me at first because I had a Simplex and I had heard so much about, you know, I used to watch Square Nail Squirrel. I really missed that guy. But he would always go through his settings. And I remember thinking, man, I could never use a machine like that. But then, here,
Yeah.
here we are. 2 years into detecting, and that's the machine I have, and I like it. It's good. But I'd take any one of our machines out, just like everybody else. We have more than one machine now. So we've got the Simplex, the Legend, and the AT Max.
But yeah, the White's V3, the CTX, and the Garrett GTI 2500. They say you can set those machines up, and you can tell if it's a Mercury dime. I mean, you can find where, oh, this is going to be a Mercury dime. This is going to be a Roosevelt dime.
Wow.
But I was looking at the V3i, and there's so many settings on that thing. It's like, you talk about the book on the knock speed like that. Well, same with the White's V3i. It's just got this book on all the adjustments,
Yep.
And the original ones didn't save it either. So you had to go through that every time when you wanted to set up your machine.
Oh, it didn't save the profile?
In the nothing. Yeah, there was no profile saving. So you had to go back through every time you wanted to use the machine for the same kind of hunt and remember what you set it at.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be amazing. Amazingly difficult.
Okay. Joan at Finders Keepers, the Deuce 2 tells you the year dime. Yeah, okay.
Oh, speaking of euros, I actually found 3 euros the other day at the beach.
Really?
Which is pretty odd, I mean, somebody that got off of a boat or something that was here visiting dropped them right in the same spot. They were right in the same little area there. The 3 euro
awesome.
still.
Team Leader and Kathy, hello. Yeah, like I say, that's probably pretty rare to find euros down there.
It is, yep. It is.
That's like it's surprising. Back in where I was from in California, we're not that far from Canada, and I know a lot of people go back and forth there. It was very rare to find Canadian coins. It's like I found more euros than I did Canadians, which I always thought was odd. Oh. And the weirdest one I ever found, I found a 1971 London Euro token for a vending machine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the backside of an old park. It's like, what was it doing there,
That's wild. So, if anybody in the chat is wondering about the giveaway that we're doing for our 1,000 subs, it is the video. It's called Metal Detecting a Beach and Plantation. You have to go onto there and make a comment. So in that video, it tells you, the keyword and all that good stuff. So if you haven't made a comment on that one, go make a comment on that video. And then next Tuesday at 9:00, we'll do our live, and it'll be about 30 minutes. We'll draw a first, second, and third place winner. Third place is going to be $25 gift card. Second place is $50, and first place is $100 gift card. It's easier for us just to send a gift card. With the way postage is, rather than having a prize. We thought about trying to do a pinpointer or something like that, but we'd rather just drop a card in an envelope or send it through email. However, whatever works best for the people.
Yeah, I can understand. I shipped out 6 packages yesterday. It cost me $70.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, damn. And 3 of them were manila envelopes that size. And it was almost $7 each on them things. It's like, you're kidding me.
Yep. And the mail's not super reliable right now anyway, so
yeah. Well, I'm going with pirateship.com. It reduces the rate quite drastically. They work with stamps.com, so you get a free scale, and I don't have to go to the store. I'll just box it here, walk out, hand it off to the postman. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good setup.
With running a business, it's easier to do it that way than to have to build everything up and go to UPS or the post office all the time. So and when it's cheaper to do it from your house, it's like, why bother to go to take it somewhere?
Yeah, no doubt.
But Northern Found. Oh, that's a new one. I'll have to remember that. That's your YouTube channel, right, Northern? Yeah, I'm getting so old. I got to write these names down because I forget them. And somebody was asking earlier about Rob. He'll probably be in about anytime he could be showing up. Tuesday night's trivia night for him. So he only shows up about an hour into my stream.
Yeah, we could do that.
But then he could be busy tonight too. I don't know.
And then tell who it is. And then, yeah. I say go to New Beach again, like tomorrow night, whenever we have a chance. After your group.
We'll see. Have a good night, man. The boys are heading to bed. It's time that time of night, you know.
Yep.
7 weeks of school left.
I'm with you, Cynthia. I still haven't had anything from the 1800s. So
Ever?
Not even. No, I take that back. Yes, I did it. I got an 1856 halfpenny. But U.S. coins I've never found. Yeah, I was an oddball out in the middle of a park in Auburn. All I can figure is some kid sold out of his dad's collection because it was in pretty good shape. So
Yeah. You said 1856 halfpenny.
yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. So, but it's one that, of course, the one I found, which is still cool, but it was the largest mintage ever of a halfpenny. So they're basically, even in excellent condition, worth like $2.50. They made so many of them.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't care. I found an 1850s halfpenny. That's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, that's one of the questions people ask us sometimes about coins we've dug up because, you know, we've found some pretty interesting coins, and they'll say, "How much is it worth?" You know, it's like, well, not as much as you think because I dug it out of the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as collectors go, it's got to be a pretty special coin before it's going to be worth a lot.
Super rare to be worth a lot of money coming out of the ground. So.
Yep.
Which does happen, but it's rare.
Yeah. Yeah, it does happen. Oh, speaking of which, did you see that one that Dog Tag dug up last week or week before? The Drake bust half cent or something like that. It was the very first year of it, and even in horrible condition, it's worth like $3,000. Crazy coin.
Yeah. Oh, it's like one time I dug a 1947 Argentine. I think it was Argentine silver quarter. It's 47 because it was the only year they had them minted in the U.S. I thought, wow, this got to be worth something. No, they made 35 million of the stinking things, and
yep.
So it was like for scrap value in silver.
Yep. Which right now is pretty good. I mean, a silver quarter scrap value is like $4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ezra says the half dime. That's a sweet coin. I saw somebody dig one up the other day, Ezra, and I was thinking I would love to get one of those.
Yeah.
I've never dug a 3-cent piece, you know, because of where we live. 1800s, it was under Danish control. So the United States didn't actually own or have the islands until 1917 when they purchased them. And so like 3-cent pieces and things like that just really aren't possible for us to find here. But I did find a 3-pence piece on the beach, a silver 3-pence piece, which again, you know, odd for it to be here in a way, but there's always been people that have visited here from other places. So, you know, somebody was there from Great Britain and dropped a 19 something silver 3-pence piece, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mark the Burger. I dug up a 1978 Lincoln penny worth about 1 cent.
Mark, that's not true. The 1970s a full copper, so that's like 3 cents.
Oh, what's happened with Lou? I know prayers for Rocky Mountain Life Processing for him and his wife. She's in the hospital, or she was.
Oh, wow.
So they're missing out on their event. So he was texting me earlier. We were messaging earlier on YouTube, and he told me that. It's a shame.
Joel, we did not. I just haven't found anybody on island to be able to take a look at it. My next place to go is the university. We've taken it to a couple of historians, and they're not able to really tell us anything about it. So I was thinking maybe the university, one of the professors there might. There is a university on island, University of the Virgin Islands. So that's kind of our thought, is to take it to somebody like that to see about that silver statue that we found. So I'll definitely let you guys know if we're able to find something about it. Yeah, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting will definitely be praying as well. I don't know how, but I'm sure the community will keep us updated somehow.
She's a bit better. That's good, Rocky. But I know he said it was due to diabetes, which I know all about that because I'm diabetic, type 2, but still.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's the old saying, if the only reason I'm here is by the grace of God, because I had so many different physical problems over the years. I should have been dead long ago. But
Mark, have a great night. 5 a.m. does come early.
Yeah. Good night, Mark.
Yeah, Bill. We just never know we just never know what each other has been through, do we? We have this community. We make these videos and that sort of thing, but we just don't know. And it's good to have a close connection where we can say, hey, pray for, my wife or my whatever, family member. Because life is tough, man. We just don't know. Right before we got into metal detecting and doing YouTube, I had actually had my third open heart surgery. I have a genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome, and my aortic valve this last time it was replaced, and it's titanium. So I've actually, in case you're wondering, it does set off the metal detector. I do get a reading from it. But yeah, it's good to have people that you can kind of, depend on to talk to and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Hi, Plugs. Welcome. It's like years ago, I was working at a place. I was actually a supervisor, and a guy came in late to work, and I asked him to do something. He went off on me, and I stood there and I listened to him rant and rave, and he walked off. And the guy sitting down who was working looked at me and goes, "You must have the patience of Job." I go, "Why?" He goes, "I wouldn't let somebody jump over me like that." I go, "He's got a lot of problems going on right now, and I can understand that." I go, "When somebody goes off like that, it's not usually not personal. Think about that. There's something going on in their life, and it was just like I said something at a time. It was the last straw for him at that moment. He should have come in later, something. But I go, I'm sorry to mad at him because I know he's got problems. And I go, that's why sometimes when that guy happens, and I don't even know the person, I'm thinking in the back of my head, okay, what's going on in their life that set them off like there's something going on,
Yep. Cynthia says that they lost her father-in-law Friday. So pray for her husband's family. But you're right, Bill, and that's wisdom, and that's paying attention to people to know that, when a lot of times when people react in such a way, it's not usually personal. It's just they've got a lot on their plate, and they're usually they end up coming back around and saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that," or whatever.
Well, like I told you, I'm ordained, but I started out as a deacon years ago after I was gave my life to Jesus, and I was in this church that was like, we're in a bad part of town, so we had homeless people in there all the time and stuff, and so I dealt with a lot of that back then, people having really bad times in their life, and one of the places they go to is church. Yep. And this church was, like a lot of the smaller ones, open 7 days a week for people to come in with problems. And, so you see a lot of that. So, after a while you learn. Somebody's having, you could be having a bad day. They could be having a bad day. Just remember that,
Yep. Yeah. I think if there's a whole lot more understanding in the world, it'd just be a better place, like so many times where If 10 is ready to fight, we're sitting on 9, and you just see that driving around. People get so mad driving. And I used to have, this issue when I would drive, just, I got to get there, right? The old Alabama song, I'm in a hurry, used to come to my mind whenever I was in that mood, like I really don't have anywhere to be, but I got to get there fast, right? Like, and then I used to get so mad driving. And I remember one day catching my image in the rearview mirror of me just being angry, and the wrinkles in my head and everything. And I thought, for what? I'm supposed to be telling people that God is the way they need to go, and this is what they're seeing. So I since that day, man, I've really worked hard at it, and it just doesn't. It shortens your life. We just gotta, everybody be a little more understanding, and just be kind. Just be kind.
Yeah, that reminds me. Many years back, I was driving up a freeway, 2-lane freeway. I had this old Studebaker, so it wasn't very fast because a little flathead 6 in it.
But you couldn't.
The fast lane was full, and this guy's behind me. This guy's behind me honking his horn. He's mad. He wants to get around. There's no room over that way. And I thought, well, I'm not pulling off to the shoulder. Well, he gets around, looks at me like, ah. Well, we get up. We both take the same off ramp, and we're right next to each other at the red light. I rolled on to when I go, gee, you had to get past me just so I could catch up with you here, huh? I go,
yep.
We're not going anywhere.
Yep. Absolutely. Those old flathead 6s, though, man, you couldn't kill those engines.
Oh, no.
They just don't make them like that
I miss
anymore.
that. 68 horsepower, and I got 24 miles to the gallon. And an old flathead little pickup. Love it. Studebaker Champion. First vehicle ever in 1946.
Wow. My first car was a 66 old Cutlass Supreme. It had a 330 V8, and it would pass anything but a gas station.
Yeah.
If you stomped on it, you could literally see the gas needle drop because it was just had a Holly carburetor on it. It was pouring so much gas in it. It's a good car. I love it. I can't hear you now, Bill. I lost you. Is it me?
Am I back yet?
Okay. You're back now.
Okay. Yeah, so my browser lost connection. I said, wow. First time I've ever had that happen. But I'm driving down the road, the muffler falls off. Come to find out, the whole 3 months since I bought it, the muffler was just setting on the exhaust pipe. There's no clamps, no anything. It just sat on there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got all the stuff I needed mounted up, but I couldn't believe that. I'm going, there's no hanger, there's no brackets, it was just sat on there.
Just sitting there. That's funny.
Jay Steele, welcome.
Good night, Marlon. I see people saying good night to Marlon. Hopefully he's there.
Good night, Marlon. Frankie. Can you hear me now, Frankie? Petey Sandigger? Hope you can.
Joel saying he had the Slant 6 Dodge Dart.
Oh.
I remember when I was a kid, we had an old Dodge Demon. Anybody remember that car? Had the little demon image on the trunk.
My second car was a 1965 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S. I bought that car, and I went to get parts for it one day, and this mechanic was taking over for the guy at the Chrysler shop that day, and he goes, your car's not listed in the book. I go, what do you mean it's not listed in the book? And 67 and up are Barracudas. Previous to 67, they were sports valiants, even though it said Barracuda on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but in the books at the shop, when you buy parts, they were considered sports valiants.
Wow, that's funny. Well, that Barracuda was a nice car though.
Yeah, I love mine.
Looks like
But I
Joel's
had
leaving now.
one
Good night,
problem.
Joel.
I was driving down the road today and I lost my steering. And had a friend open the hood. I said, turn the wheel. And all the mounting ears on the box, the castings had all broke. So the box, every time you turn the wheel, the box was slapping between the frame and the engine. All the ears were still mounted to the frame. And I couldn't, they had an oddball gearbox on that ear. And I couldn't get one. And the guy, this mechanic looked at it, he goes, I've never seen that. I said, you know, that makes two of us. I never heard that ever happening either. But I got a bad cast somewhere.
That's funny. Well, my car was like I said, in high school, I love that car. It's 66. It was in Michigan, so it was a rusty car, just the way all northern cars are. And I remember one time pulling into Taco Bell with just a carload of my friends. It was humongous, so we piled a bunch of people in there. And as we pulled in, the pothole out in front of Taco Bell ripped one of the exhaust. Had dual exhaust. It ripped one of the exhausts off. And we just picked it up, threw it in the trunk, and went in and, had lunch. It was great. After that, had the exhaust replaced, but it was nice, man. It was ahead of its time. I actually had power windows, which was really, really unique for a 66.
Yeah.
I see some people putting their, now you want Taco Bell. Me too, plugs. I don't have it on island.
Oh, yeah, Taco Bell does sound good.
Mm-hmm. I see people putting their cars in here. Somebody says Tom Riley says 67 Mustang. Yeah, with 289 was his first as a great engine.
Fastback, Tom.
79 Trans Am. Mistake for a 16-year-old. Yeah, I bet it was.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yep.
A pastor driving a demon.
Yeah, it was, kind of funny to pull up at church in the demon. 76 Grand Prix SJ in the garage. Sure. Wow, that's awesome.
You see Marlon's first car? A late 80s Lotta?
Wow. Cynthia says hers was a 68 LTD, had a 390. Wow. Another thing, I was talking to a guy yesterday. We're looking for a vehicle right now because, back in the summer we got in a wreck and our van got totaled. And I lifted up the hood of this car. It was a Toyota Highlander, right? Lifted up the hood of this SUV, 7-passenger vehicle. And I mean, I could barely fit my hand in there. There's just no space. But that car that I had that had the 330, that Cutlass Supreme, I mean, you could crawl in there and somebody could close the hood and it would have been fine. It's just all the stuff they put on them. And I know it's for these conveniences, that they have in the vehicle, but all the stuff they put on them, there's no room, and it makes it a nightmare to work on, Yeah.
Oh, Frankie's was a 72 Buick Skylark. Those were great cars too.
Hey, Frankie, I wish I had mine back too. I think that's pretty common with guys. They just, their first car, I guess it symbolizes that freedom, and growing up.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to have my first car back.
We were kind of jerks in high school. We had this one guy. I can't remember the name of the car, but it was a welded steel tube frame with canvas body on it. 4-cylinder, 4-speed. It was so light, 8 of us could pick it up, and it was small, so we'd turn it sideways in the parking space so he couldn't get out.
Yep. Tony says he had a 74 Stingray T-top. That's a sweet car.
Nice.
We had a friend in college that had a yellow Volkswagen Beetle.
Good night, Nick.
And one day, just how things just kind of inspire you. we were walking back from class, and we went by the gym, which is where the parking was for the freshmen. It was the furthest point of the campus. And it was just a beautiful fall day in Tennessee. I went to school in Nashville. And so there were just piles of leaves everywhere. And so we just kind of filled and buried his car with leaves. So when he came out from class, it took him a few minutes to get to his vehicle. So,
Oh, very petty for her brother's first car was an E-Type Jag. Wow.
Marlon says he doesn't want his
really,
car back. It can stay at the scrapyard. That's funny, Marlon.
Outrage is really starting to show, folks. Yeah. Yes, it is Rocky Mountain. But wow. Oh boy, now I got the wind kicking up here.
That's funny. The new anti-theft device is a manual transmission. You know that at one time the manual transmission was cheaper, but now in cars the manual transmission is actually more. It costs more to get a manual transmission because they just don't make them. And so if you want it, you have to pay extra for that. It's an upgrade.
Yeah.
But at one time, that's how you got, saved a few bucks, was to have a manual I made the mistake when I was in high school. I worked, it was right out of high school before I went to college. I worked doing park maintenance, and I hadn't driven a stick yet. I had only been driving a car for a couple of years, and my boss came out in the garage and said, "Who here doesn't know how to drive a stick?" And I was the newbie, and I was, raised my hand real quick, and he tosses me a set of keys, and he said, "Big green's out back, go learn." And it was a big green Ford dump truck. And so he turned me loose in the field. I taught myself how to drive it that morning. And when I got it figured out, he said, "All right, drive across town, pick up a load of wood chips and bring them back. We're going to spread them around the playground." And so this 18-year-old kid that had just taught himself to drive a stick, my boss told me to drive across town in this giant Ford dump truck. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's 30 years ago, though, so it's just a different world, I guess.
Well, the first truck I learned to drive had what they called them a crash box. The actual term was clash box. Manual transmission, but no synchro rings. So, like on your truck you were driving, first gear, you actually basically had to stop to put it into gear or double clutch it.
Yep.
Well, every gear on those you had to double clutch because there were no synchro rings. So if you didn't, So that's what I learned to drive on, was a 1942 Chevy with a 4-speed crash box.
Wow.
So, and what makes me mad is everything's automatic now. In the old days, everybody, if your car dies with a manual transmission, you could push it, get it started.
Yep.
Well, the automatics you could too in the old days, pre-1965.
Really?
You could push start a car with an automatic. Yeah. What it is, they made them cheaper. You've got a pump in your automatic transmission. The old ones had a pump front and rear. With both pumps, it acted just like a manual transmission when you pushed it. So you could start your car. But they realized they did two to run the car, so they get rid of one. Well, that stopped the ability to be able to push start it.
Wow, that's interesting. I would rather have a manual transmission with the windows that you roll up yourself. Yeah, me too. Digging.
Now we have the Texas 480 air conditioning.
Yes, yeah. Roll down all four, go 80 miles an hour.
4 windows down, 80 miles an hour.
My dad, when I was in high school, he went through several different cars, but I think one was a 64 Falcon, 2-door coupe, and it was a 3 on the tree. So I remember how to shift that one as well. It's totally different. You got to picture that gearbox up on the gear shift, and it was weird.
Well, I tell you, the best one I was dating this girl, and my friend of mine had my truck, and we needed to go into town, so her dad threw me the keys to a station wagon, the 1970 AMC station wagon. 401 V8 4-speed bucket seats in the station wagon with a tachometer and everything. I'm going, wow, really?
That's awesome. I had a friend that had an AMC Gremlin.
It was a sleeper on the outside. It just looked like a regular station wagon. It's
Yep.
got a 425 horse V8 under the hood. It's like, wow.
That's awesome.
Oh, I had a Gremlin. I love that car.
Yep.
A friend of mine had the Gremlin X, though, the one with the 304 V8. I just had the Gremlin.
Wow. AMC made some nice cars.
Yeah. I always wanted, they made one called a Rebel as their little ambassador body with a 425 horse V8 horse. That thing's really got to move.
I bet. I love talking about cars. I really do. I grew up just outside of Detroit, so Motor City. I
Oh,
used to
yeah.
know cars pretty well when I was a kid.
Man. Yeah, some of the cars I've had in the past, I'd love to have them back for sure.
Yep.
But
one of my favorite cars I had was a 88. I think it was 88, may have been 86. But I think it was 88. Ford Fiero GT. It was black, had the spoiler, two-door fiberglass body. It was a tiny vehicle. If I ever got in a wreck, it would have been very bad. But I remember one day standing at the gas station, and the guy, the clerk was, ringing me up, and he said, "Oh yeah, Fiero." He said, I can't drive that. I'm too tall. And he was like 6'1". He was quite a bit shorter than me. And then when he's giving me my change, he said, "Wait a minute, how do you drive it?" I said, "I guess if you want something bad enough, I had wanted a Fiero for so long."
I'm 6'5". I had no problem because I had a girlfriend that had one. I had no problem fitting in it.
Yep, yeah, that's what I am. I'm 6'5", and I got in and out of it no problem. But yeah,
that's like
that Fiero was a sweet car.
Last year, the Metros, I had a 2001 Metro. And people go, "How do you fit in that thing?" I go, "Well, I got this. I got an 85 Pontiac Bonneville, which was a transition year. They made a front wheel drive with a new body, and I had the older version that looked like a Cadillac." I said, "I got more leg and headroom in the Metro than I do in that Pontiac Bonneville."
Yep.
My knees are in the dash in it. My head's in the roof. So
I was shocked by Mini Coopers. I had a friend that had one in college, or when I was just outside of college, and so it's the early 2000s. And I went back to visit him. He lived in Nashville, and he was like, "Get in." And I was like, "This little thing, I can't get in this." And when I got in there, man, I was like, "Wow, this thing is crazy roomy for the little car that it is."
Everybody keeps forgetting, because I thought the same thing. Then I realized English people most of them are pretty tall. So
yeah.
Because I jumped in an MG midget, and I could actually, on the passenger side, stick my legs out straight under the dash.
Digging, that's funny. She's saying that her dad had a 240Z Datsun. He'd leave it in the garage, and when he went to work, her and her brother would go joyriding in the summer, and Dad never figured it out.
Oh, wow.
Tony, that's funny. He says that the guy at the gas station must not have known the seats adjusted. Yeah, Marlon, the Fiero was so low in our downtown area in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I couldn't park on the main road because the door wouldn't open against the curb. So if I had a passenger with me, I couldn't just pull up and go into one of the stores in downtown Ypsi. I had to find a parking lot because it was so low. The door would smack against the curb.
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing was so sweet.
Hey, stop it.
Well, I've enjoyed this, Bill. I'm gonna go. It is after 10 o'clock here, so we're gonna start to wind things down.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Have everybody in the chat, don't forget to go over and comment on our video. And then next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, we'll do our live for about 30. About 30 minutes, so 9 to 9:30, and then Bill will have his after that. So good luck to whoever enters the drawing. I wish I had enough prizes to give to everybody, but definitely gonna do three pretty good prizes. So hope you guys all have a great night, awesome week. We'll see you next week.
And the boys.
All right, bye.
Thank you for coming up. Oh. Oh, dang. Oh, man, I don't know if Rob's going to make it tonight. Oh, well, what film? You talking about The Italian Job? I love the original and the remake. Both good movies. But then I'm a big Michael Caine fan too, so. What are you doing, buddy? Come here. Come here. Be right back, people. I gotta get some coffee. Oh. What? Out, buddy. Look out. Thank you. What are you doing? Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. Thank you. No, you're not going out. No. No. Too late. Come on. Come on. Oh. Ah. Oh. BC, welcome. You know what's fun about getting old people? Nothing. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi to her? You're going to come up. Whoop. Oh, I'm sorry. Where'd you go? I'm sorry. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. Choo. Come here. Come here. How you doing, Jason? Good night, Ezra. Let me know when that package gets there. Come here. Come here. Come over here and say hi. Oh. Oh, I guess maybe Rob isn't going to be here tonight. Doggone it. Thank you, Ezra. Oh. No, the cat is not having it. No, not tonight. That little boy was my wife's kitty. Yeah, he's been a pistol from day one for 12 years now. But I love that little guy. Got lost in the gold rush on TV. Yeah. Well, no, since what is he wants out, and he's not going out. Because he's not allowed to go out in the house because he wants to tear up one of the other cats, and he can't go outside right now because it's raining like hell. So not so much me. He just, he's a kitty. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he doesn't care what I say. Come here. Quit your yowling. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come over and say hello to everybody. Juice. How you doing, brother? Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Has anybody seen Juice? Oh, all cats are spoiled brats. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Robert Heinlein made a statement, and oh God, can't remember which book, but I just saw the quote again tonight, and I shared it. It says, "Women and cats will do what they want. Men and dogs just need to relax and to get used to the idea." Sounds about right to me. Little bro, glad you're here, man. Well, Pugs, I know I didn't because it's been raining like cats and, bless you, cats and dogs here all day. Literally. Guess he told you, Plugs. Oh, God. Oh. But really, Juice, is it really right and fun to do that to Plugs? Oh, what am I saying? Of course it is. Oh, really, Cynthia? Found a plum bob today. Cool. Wow. That's one of those really cool things because it's just something you wouldn't find that often. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anybody find one, so that's really cool. Oh, yeah, Sumerian cats do have an arrogance. It's like, yes, you do, don't you? You know, you tell a dog to bring you your slippers, they'll be chewed up and slobbery. He'll bring them to you. Ask a cat, he'll just look at you like, what? Excuse me? Mm-hmm. What? You're getting reported for something? Juice? You're kidding me. Man, jerks. God. Yeah, I've missed the last couple Sundays, Tony, but yeah, I usually do watch Adventures in Dirt. But I've just been so busy. It's a shame because they find some really great stuff. Oh, stop it. You can't post long videos right now? Stop. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Ooh, he just growled at me. Wow. We need to start our own website for detectives and treasure hunters, so don't have to put up with YouTube. I mean, there's other ones out there. There's BitChute, which I've been on for a couple of years, but you don't. People are more interested in political stuff there. Um, I know a few people tried Odyssey. That hasn't worked out well for them. A lot more guys are going to Facebook and stuff, but oh, Swifty was on it. Oh man, I gotta watch that one. Cool. Stop it. Come here. Come here. Don't growl at me. Don't growl at me. You're not the boss. I don't care if you are a cat. Little grump. You little grump. Well, Mary, I doubt I've been watching that show. Well, last couple of years I haven't really watched that much, but I watched it for years waiting to find that one great piece. And man, they spent a lot of money and a lot of time and they found nothing. I mean, And what are they going to find next week? Nothing. First few years it was exciting. Then after a while, it's like, yep, same thing. Nothing. The money pit. Oh no, it's making them money, but grouch. Don't grouch. Wow. You want honey today, plugs? Did you find anything? Wedding crasher. Oh God. Oh. Good night, Jim. You did get my email, Jim, right? You know your package is on the way, and you got the oh Jesus tracking number. Hey, loads of change and better than loads of pull tabs and bottle caps. Well, Mary, that's been a lot of speculation on the place, but people have known that there was treasure there for 200, almost 300 years. So chances are somebody already found it, is what a lot of people are thinking now, because, they basically dug holes over that whole island and really found nothing. So. I'm just thinking somebody found it 100 years ago or better, because the people that did it back in the 50s and 60s did the same thing and they came up with nothing. So that, or they actually found something and kept it quiet. Which is what I'm thinking. Probably another thing that's probably a really about 99% chance of that's what happened, because when I was a kid growing up in Grass Valley, California, which is a gold mining town, it had 275 hard rock gold mines at one time. And one of them produced $8 million a year in gold when gold was $20 an ounce for over 90 years. And a lot of guys that had claims and mines, when they'd come in at the end of the day, they'd ask, you get anything? No. They didn't want anybody to know they found anything. Didn't want to get robbed. So, and something like Oak Island, where they find treasure, actual treasure, minted coins and stuff like that, there could be hellacious taxes on it and stuff, considering where it's at. So they could have found it back in the late 50s, early 60s, and kept their mouth shut and got it out of there and sold it. Good night, Cynthia. Well, so I'm not saying there was never anything there. It's just not there now. But, there's still a chance. Who knows? It may still be there and they may find it. But that's a real slim chance. Exactly, Juice. I wouldn't tell anybody. That's like, I know there's spots around Northern California where there was a lot of stage robberies, because all the Wells Fargo and trains would take the raw ore to San Francisco, where it would be processed, turned into gold coins, and shipped back out. And there must have been, in about a 10-year span, 1920 Wells Fargo robberies where they never recouped any of the $20 gold pieces that were stolen. And yet when they caught the guys, they didn't have them on them, which means they buried it somewhere or hid it somewhere before they got caught because they knew they were going to get caught. They couldn't get away back on all that weight. But most of it was never recovered. Now, the thing is, if you do find it, because I know there was one where they found some, and Wells Fargo got it all because legally it was theirs to begin with. And these guys made the mistake of going, yeah, we found it here. It was in a Wells Fargo box. That ruined it for them. They lost it. Exactly, Plugs. I know lots of people still watch it. It's like, why? They haven't found anything in 8 years. They're not going to find anything. And if they do, it's probably not going to be much. Swing that thing. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream, which probably isn't going to last much longer because we're down to 12 people and it's 9:30 almost. And Rob was busy tonight, I guess. So hopefully next week we get in here, we can do a duck race giveaway where I can make some people key rings for giveaway on their own channels of their like here, Park Rat Pat. I could do Can You Dig It metal detecting. I could do BC Treasure Trails, swing that thing. You know, digging it back and Mark the Bird Hunter are going to get a hold of me about having them make some. So. Reset. Oh, did you lose a bunch or did you lose your channel? What happened? Oh, you're thinking it might get deleted? Oh man, I hope not. That's bullshit. The printer isn't that big, Bugs. Oh, you mean the little ear things? Not the coil cover? I'll think about that. Since it doesn't seem they're ever going to fix the problem. There you go, Juice. Do what Diggin said. Oh yeah, swing that thing. This machine will make about 6 inches wide and a foot tall piece, so easily. So I could do the coil cover ears easy. See, I don't understand why they don't fix that because I've got a Vanquish and the Vanquish doesn't have that problem. So they knew they had a problem, so they changed it. Hi, Dennis. On the Vanquish, why didn't they change it on the Equinox? I know they're still having the same problem with brand new ones. Fox and Ground Detecting. Hello. Glad you're here. Probably not going to be up for that long, guys, because it's 9:30. It's slowing down. But I'm glad you came. Oh, that's. Ugh. So I got to remember. Excuse me for a minute. I got to write down the fox and ground detecting for a shout out video. Lewis, welcome. We were popping in late tonight. Wow, Lewis, that's bad. Just a quarter. Oh, good night, Mary. And thank you for coming. God bless you. Hope everything's okay at the doctor's, Mary. Oh. Excuse me, guys. Mark for days. How you doing, Mark Thomas? Oh. Cool, Dennis. Good night, Marty. Thanks for coming, brother. Always glad to have you here. You okay, buddy? Yeah, I gotta get my other cat into the doctor, into the vets. That's the thing. He can't say I've ever done that. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. Oh. Dep Spader. How you doing, Brad? Dang. No, coffee hasn't kicked in at all today, Tony. I got up about 3:30 this morning. 27 in the last 5 days. Awesome, Brad. You are the Silver King for sure. Actually, that's not a true statement, Tony. I was up basically all last night. I have restless leg syndrome. When it kicks in, I don't sleep. Oh, don't worry about it, Mark. You put me to sleep for years. Only kidding. Now, like I said, Mark, I got RLS, and I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, I dig it. He goes out and digs freaking 3 feet of snow, dig up silvers. He's talking silver plugs, not pull tabs. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I can't stop yawning, and I'm ready to crash. So, but thank you all for coming. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Plugs. Thank you, Dennis. Diggin, Juice, the man, Nathan, Mark Thomas, Jason. Thank you all, man. What a great family this is. So, y'all have a great night. I'll be hopefully this Friday I'll be putting out a shout out video for some of these newer channels. So 2 more weeks and you're going back to New York, Dennis? Cool, awesome. The Juice, Pull Tab King. On an energy drink, yeah. Good night, Juice. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a great week.